The Dodgers snap their losing streak, but Edwin Diaz blows another save. How little do the Rams care about preseason games? Oh, we have an idea. And we still don't know how stable the left side of the Chargers' offensive line is. Good morning. I'm James. And this is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos Morning Report. It is August 9th, 2026. Welcome back to the home office. It's also Sunday, the Lord's Day. So if you believe as I do, take a moment. Thank Him for the blessings that you have in your life, like LA Sports. And if you like being in the know about LA, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop an update. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment. So before we go through the news and notes, we have a look at the scoreboard. Dodgers 2, Arizona 1 in 10 innings to snap a 7-game losing streak. Shohei Ohtani drives in the winning run with an infield single. Kyle Tucker homers, but Edwin Diaz has blown saves in back-to-back nights. We'll talk more about him in a moment. For now, just know that the lead in the NL West boat race back up to 8.5 games, the magic number down to 37. LAFC 1, Toluca 0 in Leagues Cup. Eddie Segura with a second-half stoppage time goal. Meanwhile, today the Dodgers are at Arizona at 1. That's Justin Wroblewski versus Eduardo Rodriguez. Golden State is at the Sparks at 4. Angel City FC is at Seattle at 6. So with all of that out of the way, let's get to the news. In today's edition of Headlines That Preceded Bad Events, the LA Daily News reported, quote, Dodgers sticking with struggling Edwin Diaz as closer. Are you sure? Are you sure? See, because this was written before Diaz gave up back-to-back triples to start the 9th inning on Saturday. I mean, it started to get to that point where you want to replace that trumpet with a whoopee cushion. Because that's kind of what it sounds like right now. His ERA is 10.8. Dave Roberts tells the scribes before the game, quote, yeah, I'm going to go to him. What's the other alternative? That's the problem, unquote. Now, your gut might immediately suggest Tanner Scott. Mine did. And I admit, he looked like a gas can with a beard last year. Scott now has 16 saves, but it's kind of looked like he's hit a wall recently. 6 hits in 4 1/3 innings, for example. He threw 25 pitches on Friday. Then you go down the line. It's going to be a lot to ask Evan Phillips to close games when he just got back from Tommy John surgery. And Roberts also said he's got bigger fish to fry than who's going to close games in August and September. Quote, if you look at how you're going to use guys in the postseason, if we can't trust Edwin Diaz in the postseason, then we're going to have big problems. So I have to give him every opportunity to get comfortable, get back, cut his teeth, dust the rust off, whichever way you want to look at it, unquote. So yeah, make sure to go bring some Febreze. 9th innings are going to be a little bit stank for the near future. Shohei Ohtani played catch yesterday, which is the first step in a throwing program to see if he can pitch again this year. There is no timetable for that, by the way. Dude has not pitched since July 3rd. He tried to throw off a mound a couple of weeks ago, and that only aggravated his whacked out knee. As a young child, and by the way, I really don't remember being a young child. I am that old. One of the great disappointments for me when I was a young kid was to find out players could leave your favorite team. The first realization for me was looking at a newspaper, seeing Tommy John leaving the Dodgers as a free agent going to the New York Yankees. I was so young, I didn't even know about the surgery to the elbow that bears his name. So needless to say, I was far too young to fully grasp his impact on the national pastime, right? Didn't hate him. I was confused about anything about why anybody would want to leave the Dodgers. I was a faithful Angeleno even back then. Only now I'm confused for an entirely different reason. Yankee social media has posted a letter from John, who is now 83. And that letter says that he will remember people. It's a very cryptic letter. Now, we do know, aside from being 83, he's battled bladder cancer and other ailments in recent years, though it was unclear if any of them are related to current health problems. The Yankees say that he's at his home in Bradenton, Florida, where, according to Reuters, he's also in hospice care. Now, when he was young, John was 288, 231 with a 3.34 ERA in 760 career appearances for 6 different baseball teams, and a 3-time World Series champion to boot. If the letter means what I think we all believe it means, all I can say is I hope he's in good spirits. I mean, just because you leave LA, I mean, let's be real, there are way bigger things than that. So if you're a Dodger fan, let me know what you think in the comments thread. If you follow the Rams at all, you know damn well that they treat preseason games like it's a running gag. Slapstick comedy, if you will. Rams preseason is the big chicken fighting with Peter on Family Guy. It's the run to the couch gag at the beginning of every Simpson episode. Ruth Buzzy smacking Dean Martin with a purse in some kitschy Vegas gig. The NFL doesn't even try during preseason. We all know this. They charge a ticket as if it's regular season, but the teams aren't there trying. And the Rams are totally cool taking it to an extreme, trolling us all. Matthew Stafford, when the Rams have their first preseason game, you will find him being fed grapes on the sidelines while he watches from a Barca lounger. And by the way, Sean McVay shows up, but he's only going to be a coach in name only. He's going to let his coordinators call plays instead of him. You'll see him sitting next to Stafford getting a mani-pedi for Pete's sake. So what you will see, if you are foolish enough to pay for a ticket, McVay said first-round pick Ty Simpson will definitely play in the preseason, but he is not sure if Stetson Bennett will play at all. Bennett, by the way, has played damn near every snap at quarterback in the last 2 preseasons. But that was when the 29-year-old was 3rd on the depth chart behind Stafford and Jimmy Garoppolo. And by the way, if you wanted to know, Garoppolo also was kicking back on the sidelines with a PS5, but I digress. The fact that Bennett likely will not play only means job security for the guy. It means we know what the depth chart is. We know now that Ty Simpson is 3rd on the depth chart. And by the way, 4th string quarterback Matthew Caldwell is only in camp in case Simpson needs a break during the preseason. Who is Matthew Caldwell? Glad you asked. He played for 4 different colleges, finished at Texas, went undrafted, and oh, by the way, McVay often benches the 3rd string quarterback for the final preseason game, which would make Caldwell your starting quarterback in the final preseason game when they face the Chargers on August 27th. Get your tickets now. Caldwell threw for 85 yards as a senior, and he could start for a potential Super Bowl contender in their final preseason game. That's how much the Rams want to give the finger to the idea of preseason games. And all things being equal, I can't blame them. McVay said he did not know if potential suspensions for either offensive lineman Alaric Jackson or wide receiver Puka Nacua, both of whom had legal issues during the offseason. McVay doesn't know if that's going to be announced before the season, during the season, whatever. Meanwhile, the Chargers have 3 more practices before they open the preseason at Houston on Thursday. Jim Harbaugh will take these games slightly more serious than McVay. The Bolts will only bench about 15 starters, as opposed to all of them. Considering that there are 5 randos competing to start at left guard, that's kind of a prudent idea, so I'll give Harbaugh credit for that. But we're still in the fog as to how bad left tackle Rashawn Slater's leg is. Harbaugh said Slater is on schedule to play after he missed all of last season with a ruptured patella tendon. Only Slater's leg was injured during practice Tuesday. Justin Herbert said Slater claimed he could have returned. Slater did participate Wednesday, and then he had a planned rest day from Saturday's practice. Now, if you're a Chargers fan, it's understandable for you to tell me that a crisis has been averted. I hear you. I do. But considering how unsettled left guard is, do you really want to brush away the most important side of the offensive line entirely? Slater and whatever rando wins the guard gig? Because if Slater does get hurt, the entire left side of the offensive line would literally just be 2 trash cans lit on fire. Trey Pipkins, by the way, is one of the 5 randos in the running for left guard. He wound up replacing Slater at left tackle for practice yesterday. Rookie Jake Slaughter took snaps at left guard with the first team. So they still don't know what the hell's going on. And I'm not telling you to push the panic button. I'm just saying you might want to find where it is. We've been talking a lot of Galaxy soccer recently. Slime Diego FC head coach Mike Guivaras addressed the departure of forward Chucky Lozano to the Galaxy, which came as a result of the player and manager getting into an altercation last year. Varas described it as a mutual solution, quote, doesn't affect the group at all, unquote. And then he added, well, it does affect my shoulders because I've done about 5,000 cartwheels to celebrate. We'll see if it works out for the 6-time MLS Cup champs. The Galaxy return to action Saturday. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me about how weirded out you are with the state of the Dodger bullpen. And for that matter, are you kind of okay with Stetson Bennett being the primary backup quarterback for the Rams? And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day. Thank you for watching. I'm James, and we'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Keon Corte El Queso production. Take care.